Just a moment, everybody. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. How is everybody? Inshallah, everybody is doing good. Go on, explode the chat, everybody. Now, where had we stopped in the previous class? We had done the first two chapters. The first chapter was At-Ta'arufu والتحيات. The second chapter was Al-Buldan wal-Lughat, countries and languages. Now, today we're going to be starting off with the third chapter. Now, since everybody is here and fresh, so I'm going to quickly recap all of the rules that we had studied in a very short form. So we had studied that a noun, when it has a ta marbuta at the end of it, that noun is going to be feminine in gender. Ta marbuta like this right now. You know what? Like this. So if you have a noun that has this sign or this alphabet over here at the end of it, this noun is a feminine noun. Whenever you have a verb that is in the form like shariba, fa'ala, akala, dhahaba, kharaja, fataha, and so on and so forth, like nadara. These are going to be root words. What do I mean by root words, everybody? Root words point towards two things. Number one, it's always pointing towards the pronoun he, and it's in the past tense. So whenever you are to make a root word, you would say he and then the tense in the past. Okay, for example, fataha, he opened, nadara, he looked, darasa, he studied, akala, he ate, shariba, he drank, ishtara, he bought, and so on and so forth with the examples. Also, if we are to add the alphabet ta with a dhamma on top of it at the end of a root word, then this would point towards I. What do I mean I? As in it's pointing towards me, as in I am the doer. What is a doer, everybody? The doer is the noun that does the action, the person who's doing the action. For example, Khalid, Khalid is studying in the class. Who is the one studying? It is Khalid. The teacher is teaching the student. The teacher is the doer. So, doer are nouns or are people that do the actions. So that's a doer. So now, coming back to the point that I was mentioning here. So if I were to say darastu, it would mean that I studied. I am the doer. That's one rule that we had studied, one of the rules that we had studied. The second rule, everybody, is when you have a root word. And at the end of a root word, you have you know what, everybody, please focus on the class rather than writing Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam. And you guys are keep on going and how are you? I'm fine. Focus on the class, everybody. Focus on the topic that I'm revising. You can get to the chat later. Whenever you have a verb, let's assume fataha, and after fataha, you have a noun, and that noun has a dhamma on top of it. Then that noun that has a dhamma on top of it is going to be the doer. What do I mean? Fataha Ahmadu. We said fataha means what? He opened. Why? Because this is the root word. But Ahmadu over here has a dhamma on top of it, and it is right after the verb. So this would mean that Ahmadu is the doer. So Ahmad opened. Here we have Sabaha Bilalun. Sabaha is the root word, and after the root word, you have a noun that has a dhamma or two dhammas on it. So this is going to be the doer. This is the brief recap of whatever we've done, everybody. This is chapter 1, chapter 2, and we're going to be getting into chapter number 3. Inshallah, by the end of the class, if we have time, everybody, we're going to go to look into the workbooks. Objective for our classes right now is to finish the chapters. And for students who are new to the class, welcome to the class, everybody. The first two classes that we've taken, you can find them on YouTube, inshallah. And yeah, I guess that's about it, inshallah. Nothing more to that. You might have some extra information here that might be a bit overwhelming, but it's going to be very easy once you go through those videos, the two videos. Chapter number 3, everybody, is as-safar. As-safar would be the travel. As-safar would be the travel. Now, if anybody is having problems with their audios and they can't hear me, and if there are people in the chat saying that there's audio problems, you know what? Send them to YouTube. Give them, there's a link in the group so they can join from there. Now, moving forward, طائرة. The first word that we have here is طائرة. طائرة, everybody, is an airplane. طائرة is an airplane. The next word we have over here is تذكرة. تذكرة would be a ticket. تذكرة would be ticket. Next word is تفضل. تفضل would mean Now this is a very interesting word, everybody. Now let me explain how this word works. How this word works is that when somebody, for example, you're having dinner at a restaurant or you're in a mall or XYZ, and you see your friend, okay? And you go like, hey, you know what? Tafaddal, come here, have food with me. Welcome, have food with me. Something that you are saying in a welcoming way. Somebody knocks your door, you open your door and you go like, tafaddal, welcome. Like, anything that you want to mention in a welcoming way. You're waiting at the airport, you have a seat beside you. Somebody asks you, hey, can I sit here? You go like, tafaddal. Here you go, welcome. When you're paying money to the cashier and when you give him the money, you go like, tafaddal, here's, for example, $10 or 10 euros or XYZ, tafaddal. Understand, everybody? Anything done in a welcoming way. That is tafaddal. Rihla would be a trip. T-R-I-P, trip. Rihla would be trip. The next word we have is مساعدة. مساعدة would be help. مساعدة would be help. In the chats, everybody, can you tell me if مساعدة is a masculine noun or is it a feminine noun? And if it's a feminine noun, why is it a feminine noun? And if it's a masculine noun, why is it a masculine noun? In the chats, everybody. First one to answer is me. Okay. Good job, everybody. Why is it feminine, though? Can anybody say that? It's a feminine noun because it ends with a ta marbuta. Tufan, good job. Because of ta marbuta. Perfectly done. Afwan has two meanings depending on the place that you're living in. Afwan is excuse me. Afwan is excuse me. Also, afwan is used to say you are welcome when somebody says thanks. So when I say shukran, you say afwan, you're welcome. Shukran, afwan. But the context that we would be using this word in this chapter is going to be excuse me. Now, matar would be airport. Matar would be airport. Usbu'. أسبوع would be week. Week of the month. Yeah, 4 weeks in a month, that week. قادم is coming. C-O-M, coming. I-N-G, of course. Khalid, قادم. Khalid is coming. This is the first meaning. The second meaning would be upcoming, as in the upcoming week, we're going to have a contest in the school. Get it? So that is the other meaning. So number one is coming, and number two is upcoming. The next word we have is a finjan. Finjan would be a cup. Now, I'm not sure if the students over here have seen a, what do you call it? The cup that, the Arabs used for drinking coffee. Let me show you guys a picture of it. So this is finjan, the small cups. This is a finjan. We have this in Turkey. You have it in the Arab countries. Getting back to the topic. Yeah, so finjan is a cup. Now, ajlisu, interesting word. Ajlisu is I am sitting. Yeah, like a teacup. Finjan was like a teacup in the chat. Somebody said that. Okay, ajlisu is I am sitting, or I sit. Present continuous tense would be I am sitting. Present simple tense would be I sit. In the Arabic language, we can use present continuous tense and present simple tense interchangeably based on the context. What is a present continuous tense? Present continuous tense is a verb that is in the tense that is right now. Basically, I am teaching, I am eating, I am walking. This is for the students who might have questions in the tenses. Present simple tense is basically a tense where something happens often. For example, I eat in the morning, I walk in the evenings, I watch TV in the night, for example. I XYZ. So that is present simple, and that is present continuous. So ajlis was I am sitting. Now, moving forward, قطار. قطار would be a train. قطار would be a train. ينطلق, it leaves. ينطلق, it leaves. ينطلق القطار, the train leaves. For example. Okay. Forward, everybody. We have سفارة. سفارة would be embassy. سفارة would be embassy. هاتف would be a phone. هاتف would be a phone. أتمنى, I wish. أتمنى, I wish. Now, once again with the vocabs, and then we move forward. طائرة was an airplane. تذكرة, ticket. تفضل, welcome. رحلة, trip. مساعدة, help. عفوا, excuse me. مطار, airport. أسبوع, week. قادم, upcoming. فنجان would be a cup. أجلس, I am sitting. قطار would be a train. ينطلق, it leaves. سفارة, embassy. Now, for the student who asked, can you give me an example for سفارة? We have an example at the end of the chapter. Inshallah, we'll look into it. هاتف is a phone. أتمنى is I wish. Somebody asked, does the word Qatar apply to all kinds of trains? Well, sure. Understand it by its meaning. So when I say I saw a train, you wouldn't ask what train I saw. Did you see a fast train? Did you see the I don't know, the flying train, the underground train? Just train. I saw a train. Okay. So train is train. Next word, or rather next topic is تعبيرات الدرس, expressions of the chapter. Expressions of the chapter. جواز السفر, passport. جواز السفر, passport. من فضلك, please. من فضلك is please. Next word, rather next expression is لو سمحت, if you don't mind. لو سمحت is if you don't mind. Okay. بكل سرور, with pleasure. بكل سرور, with pleasure. شكرا على, thank you for. Now, who can remind me of the word help that we took in the chat? First one to answer. What is help? مساعدة. توفان, excellent. So شكرا على المساعدة. Thank you for the help. For example, this is just an example. مساعدة. إن شاء الله, if Allah wills. Next one. هل أستطيع, can I. هل أستطيع is can I, then you put a question mark. محطة القطار, train station. Any train station. محطة القطار would be train station. Okay. Once again with the expressions and then we move forward. جواز السفر, passport. من فضلك, please. لو سمحت, if you don't mind. بكل سرور, with pleasure. شكرا على, thank you for. And then you add another noun to it. إن شاء الله, if Allah wills. هل أستطيع, can I. محطة القطار, again, is a train station. Now, any questions, anybody, before we move forward? Relevant to the topic, though. Okay. Now, here we have a dialogue between two people, rather three people, two of them being the same people, though. Can I? من فضلك is please, and can I is هل أستطيع. Now, موظف, everybody, is an employee or a personnel. Employee or a personnel. So we have two employees. One is over here and one is this one over here. So you see blue and orange color. So two employees. Now let me play the audio. And let's listen to the audio. Hold up. Okay.
استمع واقرأ.
تذكرة الطائرة وجواز السفر من فضلك. تفضل. كم حقيبة معك؟ معي حقيبة واحدة.
أعطني جواز السفر لو سمحت.
بكل سرور. تفضل.
حسن، رحلة سعيدة.
شكرا.
Once again,
استمع واقرأ.
تذكرة الطائرة وجواز السفر من فضلك. تفضل. كم حقيبة معك؟ معي حقيبة واحدة.
أعطني جواز السفر لو سمحت.
بكل سرور. تفضل.
حسن، رحلة سعيدة.
شكرا.
now, excuse me. موظف is saying تذكرة الطائرة. Now we know what تذكرة الطائرة means. It means تذكرة is a ticket, طائرة is a plane. تذكرة الطائرة, plane tickets, and then he says جواز السفر, passport. من فضلك, please. Tickets and passport, please. What does the guy reply? He goes like تفضل, here you go. The موظف says كم حقيبة معك? How many bags do you have? كم is how many. حقيبة is a bag. مع is with. معك, with you. How many bags are with you, or how many bags do you have? He says معي, with me, is a bag. حقيبة واحدة. واحد is one. So I have a bag, or I have one bag. الموظف says أعطني. أعطني means give me. This is a command form. أعطني جواز السفر, the passport, لو سمحت, if you don't mind. The person replies بكل سرور, with pleasure. تفضل, here you go. موظف replies حسن, good. رحلة سعيدة, happy trip, or have a happy trip. Hamad says thank you, شكرا. Now, does anybody have questions here? Does anybody have any questions? Don't make up questions, just ask questions that you have. Can you repeat once again? Okay. Now let me do it this way.
تذكرة الطائرة وجواز السفر من فضلك.
Plane tickets and passport, please.
تفضل.
Here you go.
كم حقيبة معك؟
How many bags do you have?
معي حقيبة واحدة.
I have a bag, or I have one bag.
أعطني جواز السفر لو سمحت.
Give me the passport if you don't mind.
بكل سرور. تفضل.
With pleasure. Here you go.
حسن، رحلة سعيدة.
Good. Safe trip, or happy journey, or have a happy trip. Finally,
شكرا.
thank you. Shukran. Okay, I don't think we have anything left here. This is easy. For some students, it might be a bit difficult. You know why? Because it's a new language. Learning a new language is not easy, everybody. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. So you have to be patient with it, everybody. Even if you're finding difficulties, it's completely fine. You know what? Spend some time on it. Spend some extra time on it. 1 hour with me in the class, 1 hour by yourself. That's when you're going to see the fruits of it. You have to spend time other than the class time that you have. You have students who just, do the previous class, and then just come for the next class. Yeah, that's just going to help you time being, but for the future, for long-term basis, it's not going to help you. Somebody's asking chapter 3 PDF so we can print. Mrs. Javeria had sent the link for all of the chapters. So yeah, it's in the group. We have some words like okay, everybody. لو سمحت. Now what you need to do here is اقرأ الجمل الآتية. Read the following sentences. ولاحظ. And notice ما تحته خط, the words that have been underlined. لو سمحت, if you don't mind, أعطني القلم, give me the pen. قلم is pen. The person replies, تفضل. Here you go. The second sentence is من فضلك, please. أريد فنجان قهوة. أريد, everybody, is an important verb. أريد means I want. أريد is I want. What do I want? A cup. A cup of what? Coffee. قهوة is coffee. Please, I want a cup of coffee. من فضلك أريد فنجان شاي. You guys know what chai is. Chai is tea. I want a cup of tea. Number 3. أعطني جواز السفر. Give me the passport. لو سمحت, if you don't mind. The reply is بكل سرور, with pleasure. شكرا, thank you. على, for المساعدة, thank you for the help. عفوا, excuse me. أين means where. أين المطار? Where's the airport? عفوا, أين المطار? Answer. Well, المطار في. You can say المطار في XYZ. So the airport is in XYZ. أراك غدا. This is the verb. أراك غدا. I'll see you tomorrow. The word غدا is tomorrow. Inshallah, if Allah wills. إلى اللقاء. See you later. مع السلامة. Goodbye. Questions? Chat? Okay, we're almost done with the first half. Let's does anybody have a question? Raise your hand. Let's address them. Let's make it a bit more interesting. Relevant to the topic though. Raise your hands if you have any. Nobody has questions. Interesting. Moving forward then. You know, me as a teacher, the thing that makes me feel that I have actually accomplished a topic is when I teach something to a student and the student doesn't ask me a question after that. Why? Because the student has understood it completely. That is the time when I go like, you know what? Alhamdulillah, I did a good job in explaining it. So, so you guys don't have a question, that's good. Of course, if there was grammar and so on and so forth, it's very natural to have questions. Now, everybody moving forward, I want you guys to raise your hands for the answers. Now, let me explain before you raise your hands. Some people are just going to raise their hands now. We have words in the blank space over here. We need to use these words in the following sentences. Now, what I'll do is, I'll explain the words over here, and then we'll do the exercise below. تفضل, as I had mentioned, is welcome. لو سمحت. لو سمحت would be if you don't mind. مع السلامة, goodbye. عفوا, excuse me. إلى اللقاء, see you later. Now, the first sentence we have is أريد, I want. بعض would mean some. سكر is sugar. أريد بعض السكر, I want some sugar. Now, anybody raise your hands? Anybody wants to, there's one raising her hand. Who's it? Three raising. There was one I had. Okay, Faizan Ahmad, go ahead, please. What's your answer? Unmute yourself.
عفوا.
Afwan, are you sure? No.
No. Oh,
Type, hold up. Since you got a chance, let me give a chance to the other student. Hold up.
لو
Just a moment
لو
now.
سمحت
Very good. It is لو سمحت. لو سمحت أريد بعض السكر. If you don't mind, I want some sugar. Thank you. Jazakallah khairan. Next student would be, are there new students here? Bilkisu. Let's see. Go ahead, Mrs. Bilkisu or Mr. Unmute yourself, please. Oh, I'm sorry, I muted you. Go ahead. Unmute yourself again.
أعطي القلم من فضلك.
أعطني القلم من فضلك. Yes.
تفضل.
تفضل. Good job. Excellent. Perfectly done. Rina Ibrahim, go ahead. أنا مسافر. Blank space. Unmute yourself. I want other students to raise their hands. There are many students missing today from our previous classes.
أنا مسافر عفوا.
I know. أنا مسافر. عفوا. No. I'm traveling. Excuse me. Nope. Incorrect. طيب, hold up now. Let me give another student a chance. Tawfan, go ahead, please.
مع السلامة.
مع السلامة would be correct. Good job. Next student, Khadija Kabir, please unmute yourself and go ahead. It's okay. Everybody can answer. There's no, you know what? Everybody should answer. Unmute yourselves, raise your hands, and I'll give you all a chance, please. Read the sentence that is after the answer, the blank space, and then answer the question, please. Go ahead, Khadija.
عفوا.
Okay, Afwan, go on. Read the sentence.
هل
Louder though.
أن أجلس هنا؟ نعم تفضل.
Good. هل أستطيع أن أجلس هنا؟ نعم تفضل. Can I? Okay, عفوا. Excuse me. هل أستطيع? Can I? أن أجلس هنا? Can I sit here? He says نعم تفضل. We need one more participant to do the last one. Raise your hands. The students who already got a chance, not them, new students. So please go ahead. Raise your hands. Faizan, Ahmed, did Faizan got a chance? Who else? Bilkisu got a chance. Anybody else? Khushbu, Khatun, maybe? Abu Bakr, Amrinaz, Ayman, Anbar, Aisha. Goodness, there's so many. Hassan. Okay, Hassan. Give me the answer. Read the sentence as well. Unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Go ahead, please.
إلى اللقاء أراك في الدرس القادم.
Good job. إلى اللقاء أراك في درس القادم. See you later. I'll see you in the next class. الدرس القادم. In the upcoming class or in the next class. هل يمكن So somebody in the chat wrote هل يمكنني أن أجلس هنا ممكن أستاذ. When you're saying هل يمكنني, it's enough and you don't have to say ممكن. So ممكن and يمكن are the same thing though. So هل يمكنني أن أجلس هنا? Can I sit here? Now, moving forward, everybody, with the new audio. Where is the play? Here we go.
استمع واقرأ.
هل سافرت بالقطار يا أبي؟
نعم.
من أين ينطلق القطار؟
من محطة القطار.
أتمنى أن أسافر بالقطار يا أبي.
إن شاء الله.
Okay. Any questions, anybody? Easy, nothing. Oh, I haven't translated it. Hold on. Now, listen to me carefully, everybody. We have new words. Now, we said that a root word points towards two things. Write it on the chat. What are those two things, everybody? Quick. First one to answer. He, Miss Anam, go ahead. What else? And past tense. Excellent. It's in the past tense. No, somebody wrote pronoun. Pronoun is incorrect. It is not pronoun. It is he. The pronoun he. Be more precise. Futur. Somebody said futur. What is that? Breakfast? Okay. Now listen to me carefully, everybody. Root words point towards two things. He and it's in the past tense. Now, we have over here safara. Safara is he traveled. He traveled. Now, in the previous classes, we had said that whenever we have a root word and at the end of the root word we have a dhamma, then that verb is pointing towards me. As in I did the action. Safartu would become I traveled. But what do we have here? We have safarta. This comes from anta. Anta safarta. Anta safarta. So hal safarta? Did you travel? Did you travel? Now, safarta is always referring to the person who is in front. So when I say hal safarta, it would be, did you travel bil qitar ya abi, with train, oh my father. Ab is father. My father would be abi, adding the ya at the end. So, هل سافرت بالقطار يا أبي? Did you travel by train, oh my father? Now remember something, everybody. All means of transportation is going to have be. سافرت بالقطار, بالطائرة, بالسيارة, بالحافلة, and so on and so forth. So, did you travel by train, oh my father? نعم. من أين ينطلق القطار؟ ينطلق, we said was it leaves. من أين? From where does the train leave? From where does the train leave? The answer is من محطة القطار. من محطة القطار, from the train station. From the train station. أتمنى أن أسافر بالقطار يا أبي. I wish to travel by train, oh my father. أتمنى is I wish. Usafira is I travel. Now, notice something, everybody. What is happening here? Safara is a root word. Safara is a root word. Now, whenever we add alif at the start of a root word, it automatically, rather magically, becomes into the present tense. Usafiru would be I travel, not just anybody who's traveling. It would be I travel. And this can be used with all of the verbs. Like, look at this one, everybody. The root word over here is, in this one, it's jalasa. Jalasa. This is a scene. You know what? Yeah, this is a scene. So jalasa means he sat. But if I were to add an alif at the start, it would make it into present continuous tense and it would mean I. Ajlisu. Similarly, going to the previous chapter, now it's getting different, everybody. New topic, new things. Here we had on the first chapter, fataha. If I were to add an alif at the start of the root word, it would become aftahu. I am opening. Here we have sabaha. Asbahu. I am swimming. Here it is darasa. Adrusu. I am studying. Akaltu. Okay, not this one. This is a different one. Okay, moving forward, everybody. So yeah, this was the new thing that we have studied today. Just like atamanna, it is I wish, present continuous tense. Atamanna an usafira bil qitar. I wish to travel by train, oh my father. Usafira became to usafiru. Then we have ab insha'Allah, which is if Allah wills. Now, let's listen to the audio and address if there are any questions.
استمع واقرأ.
هل سافرت بالقطار يا أبي؟
نعم.
من أين ينطلق القطار؟
من محطة القطار.
أتمنى أن أسافر بالقطار يا أبي.
إن شاء الله.
Raise your hands if you guys have any questions, or rather put it in the chat box. So everybody can say, where it I leave. Where it leave? Where is it leaving, you mean? من أين ينطلق القطار? Where's the train leaving from? He says from the train station. من محطة القطار. I wish is أتمنى. I'm reading the chats, everybody. So just the people who are watching it on YouTube, you know. Nobody has any. So what is the meaning of in? In is fee. What is fee? Do we have fee here? There's no fee. Yeah, so fee, fa and ya, the end is in. Okay, Mr. Faizan, you have a question. Go ahead, please. Make sure it's relevant to the topic. Make sure the background, there's no noise.
Yes.
Yep.
What is atamanna? Atamanna
I
is a
wish. I wish.
verb. That
Yeah,
is
it's a
verb.
verb. Yes, it's a verb. Yes.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody. I think we can move forward. Now we have a couple of vocabs we need to address. Fataha. Fataha is he opened. Fataha is he opened. Qaf is the alphabet Qaf. There's no meaning for it. Miftah is a key. Kharif is autumn. Mihfadha. Make sure you get the pronunciation right, everybody. The pronunciation. Mihfadha. Wallet. Rufuf. Shelves. Fa'r. Rat. Saif. Summer. And that's it. I don't think there's any word over here. Okay, we are on the last page, everybody. فاز الفريق بالكأس. فاز الفريق بالكأس. Now, a couple of rules. This is a root word. He won, or he won. فاز الفريق. The fariq is the noun that comes after the verb. Any noun that comes after the verb, and if it has a dhamma, this becomes the doer. So who's the one who won? It is the team. Fariq means a team. The team won. What did they win? A kas. Kas is trophy. So the team won the cup. Okay.
في الصف طاولة كبيرة.
في صف طاولة كبيرة. في is in, as somebody had asked. صف is classroom. طاولة is table. كبيرة is big. So now you can paraphrase this sentence. In the classroom, there's a big table, or there's a big table in the classroom, and so on and so forth. Paraphrase it however you want to. The big table is, no, not the big table, because there's no the here. Somebody wrote in the chat, the big table is in the classroom. This would be incorrect. Reason being is tawila is not the, rather it is a. If it was at tawila, then maybe, yes. So in the classroom, there is a big table. A big table is in the classroom would be correct. As somebody mentioned in the chat. Moving forward. We have over here فتح فادي النافذة. فتح is he opened. The meaning of فتح is he opened. Fadi is the doer here. Fadi opened. What did he open? The window. نافذة is window. Also notice something in the previous chapter, text. طاولة is feminine in gender. The adjective of طاولة, which is kabir, is also feminine in gender. Okay, so yeah, keep this in mind, everybody. The adjective of a noun is also going to be in it's the same gender. الفراش نظيف. الفراش would be the mattress. نظيف would be clean. The mattress is clean.
الدفتر على الرف.
الدفتر means the notebook. الدفتر على الرف. The daftar is on the shelf. Raf is the singular form of the noun that we had taken on the previous page, which was rufuf. Rufuf are shelves. Raf is a shelf. Then we have
المفتاح قديم.
المفتاح قديم. The key is old.
السفارة مغلقة.
Somebody had asked me, Scatter, can you give me an example of safara? So here we go. السفارة مغلقة. مغلقة would mean closed. Notice that مغلقة is feminine gender. Why is this feminine gender? Because the noun that is before it is feminine gender. Hence, it's going to be مغلقة. Now, keeping this word in mind, مغلقة. Now, can anybody in the chat say the restaurant is closed? السفارة مغلقة. Over here, tell me the restaurant is closed. Anybody? Okay, one student got it. مطعم مغلقة. Somebody said مغلقة. مغلقة would be incorrect. Why would مغلقة be incorrect? Because السفارة is feminine, everybody. That's why we say مغلقة, the term مربوطة here. But مطعم is masculine, hence we say مغلق. Now, المطعم كبير, right? The restaurant is big. How about I say the embassy is big? In the chats, everybody. Safara's embassy, somebody is asking. Yeah, so the embassy is big. How would I say that? كبيرة. السفارة كبيرة. Excellent. السفارة كبيرة. Exactly. Why will we say كبيرة? Because the noun سفارة is feminine gender. Hence we say كبيرة. Good. This is important, everybody.
أحب فصل الصيف.
أحب فصل الصيف. I love the summer season. فصل is season. صيف is summer. I love the summer season.
يقرأ فريد الصحيفة.
New form of a verb, everybody. You have a ya at the start of the root word. When you have ya at the start of the root word, it's pointing towards he, and it's in the present tense. يقرأ, he's reading. يدرس, he's studying. يشرب, he's drinking. يفتح, he's opening. يأكل, he's eating. So whenever you have ya at the start of a root word, then that means it is present continuous tense for he. So يقرأ فريد. Who's the one who's reading? Farid. Why? Because it comes after the verb and it has a dhamma on top of it. يقرأ فريد الصحيفة. Farid is reading the newspaper.
الهاتف يرن.
الهاتف يرن. The phone is ringing. Why am I saying ringing and not ring or rang? Because we have a ya at the start of the verb. And when you have a ya at the start of a root word, then it's going to be in the present continuous tense. Ranna yarinnu. Ranna means it rang. Yarinnu, it's ringing.
الغرفة فارغة.
الغرفة فارغة. The room is empty. I meant present. Oh, the room is empty.
النقود في المحفظة.
النقود في المحفظة. النقود is money. في is in. المحفظة is wallet. So the money is in the wallet. النقود في المحفظة. The money is in the wallet. Okay, everybody. So this was the end of the chapter. Now, what I would like to request. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Raise your hands, ask in the chat. So on shows the exactly. النقود, it means the money. Exactly. The al over here. So somebody asked in the chat, is the al over here, does it mean the? Yes, it means the. Okay. So mahfada is wallet and haqiba is bag. So yes, so mahfada is wallet and haqiba is bag. How do you say the phone rang? رن الهاتف. راء النون وتفتحة وتشدة. راء النون شدة and فتحة. رن الهاتف. Anybody else with questions? Okay. So if there are any new students in the class, please raise your hands, like completely new, first time attending. Are there anybody? New students, sir, I'm requesting you mention. Okay, Khadija Kabir. Nice to meet you both, three people. Nice to meet you all. Do you guys have any questions? Rabia Ahmad, Khadija Kabir, and Bilkisu. Do you guys have any questions? Might seem a bit overwhelming. Let me unmute you guys if you want. Amina.
Thank you so much. I think that it is not really clear because it is my first time, but after maybe rewatching, it will be more easy. But it's not really difficult, but because maybe it's my first time. Thank you.
Yeah, I can understand. It must be a bit overwhelming because it's the first class. We had covered a little bit of rules in the previous class. I would request that you kindly go through those videos, like fast forward, and you get a lot of to understand there. Okay, welcome. Ummatul Bushra, you can speak if you wish to. You can mute. Amina, if you guys have any questions. Khadija Kabir. Okay, everybody. I guess that's about it. Okay, I don't think we have any questions. We can stop the class here. Jazakallahu khairan, everybody. I'll see you all in the next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Fi amanillah. Kindly go through the recordings of the previous classes if you have any problems, and go through the same class, which is today's class, if you get stuck anywhere. If the students haven't downloaded their, the textbooks, kindly download them. See you all in the next